Pastor Mase has abandoned his flock. Is a pastor no more. He has decided to abandon being a pastor and is now a full-time rapper again.
Right.
Apparently, him divorcing his wife turned certain of his followers, in the churches that sort of backed him. He had like 2 churches, I believe, one in Atlanta, one in Arizona.
Okay.
He had one of these mega churches and so forth. So based on a certain set of events, he's now decided to go into rap again full time. What's your take on it?
I mean, to me, it's corny. To me, it just shows how you just go where the wind blows. Like, you just down whatever. Like, wherever you think the paper's at, that's where you at. If it's hip hop, I'm gonna get it there. If it's over here with some Christian shit, then I'm gonna get the money over there. Like, what do you truly stand for? And it's like, and now after you've done that Christian shit, like, how do you really come back to hip hop and try to establish yourself like the old Mase again? Like, how do you, I don't see how you do that. Like he's gonna really have to do something extra foul, like put a porno out or some shit. You know what I mean? But that statement would also say, I'm not fucking with God anymore. You see what I'm saying? I'm not fucking with God. So I'm gonna show y'all that I'm so foul. Like, he's gonna start drinking lean or some crazy shit that he's gonna have to do in order to make people feel like he's, I don't even want to say real. I mean, I can't even call you real after doing that. See, I feel like you more realer if you would have went to the church and just stuck with that. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's real to me. Yo, he did some real shit. He said, fuck that rap shit. Like, I'm on some rocking, I'm riding with God, whatever your God may be. You know what I mean?
You've seen that before from other rappers. I think Kurtis Blow is, I believe, a preacher or a pastor.
Yeah, something
I'm not
like
quite
that.
sure what the his denomination is.
And he's been rocking with it for a long time.
He has.
He still does his rhyme, but he does some Christian type rap now. You know what I mean? And he has not wavered from that. You see what I'm saying? It's not like he dabbled in, that shit ain't work. I'm going to go now back and start Kurtis blowing it like like I used to Kurtis Blow back in the days. You know what I mean? Nah, he's not that Kurtis Blow. He's a new man. You know what I mean? So,
and he's very, I remember sitting in on an interview with Kurtis Blow and Don Magic Juan, and I remember after the interview, Kurtis, off the air approached, Don and said, how do you say you're a man of God and you smoke weed? And, and Magic Juan explained to him, what his reasons are for that and so forth. But, the fact, it was interesting to actually see how serious Kurtis Blow was about that. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like he really, he was bothered by,
Because
certain
it's not just a hustle to him.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, as long as you've known me, I've been about pretty much the same thing. You know what I mean? Pretty much saying the same things since we've come out. I don't like ride this and be like, you know what, that 5% shit ain't working for me. Let me try some other shit. Like, we're gonna go down this direction. Like, cause this is who I really am. You see, so good or bad or indifferent, this is what I'm always gonna be, whether you like it or not, whether it's popular or not. So when somebody says they riding for God or they on some Christianity, and I'm not a Christian. I'm not here to tell people to ride for Christianity.
Did you grow up a Christian at all?
Yeah. Well, my mother was a Jehovah's Witness.
Okay.
So Yeah, that's a form of Christianity.
Right. So
yeah.
you're familiar with
Absolutely,
with that
absolutely.
whole
I
genre.
know
Yeah.
many passages of the Bible, and I'm well, well versed in it. So that being said, I know when someone's, regardless what you into, I know when your heart is pure, and that is the action of someone whose heart isn't pure, But he got to deal with that at the end of the day. Like it ain't no skin off my apple. Like it's just an observation, about someone's actions, But I can't really accept him, I can't look at it because I used to fuck with Mase, like especially mixtape Mase. I used to fuck with Mase back in the days. But it's not like I'm really checking for him now. You know what I mean?
There was at one point where Mase was rolling with G Unit. Mm-hmm. And then like there was like some mixtape that came out, and Mase made like a line about Brandy.
Every time he's tried to make his re-entrance back into hip hop, it was corny to me. You know what I mean? It just feels disingenuous, and you can't go that far to the, you know what I mean, to the extreme, and then try to. It's too much. It's too much. You need to do some other shit, man. Get into real estate or some shit. I don't know, man. But for real, man, like this rap shit, man, it's just, you fuck that up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, do some other shit, man.
Mase has been lucky enough to have stayed in the media this whole time in one way or another.
Yes.
From the time he came out to when he was popping as a rapper, people have been talking about Mase relatively, continually this whole time. So he's had that luxury, which, like a Kurtis Blow did not have that luxury. You know what I mean? Like people at one point stopped talking about Kurtis Blow. He wasn't in the forefront anymore. But Mase, he's been around. People do know about what he's been doing. So he does have an advantage to a certain regard. And, I guess he's got a new single coming out with Kanye West and Rick Ross.
Okay.
So people are fucking with him.
I mean, business people fuck with him because he sold some records, so they want to see if that's still there, if he still has, a certain market share out there. But from what I've heard, I ain't heard nothing since he's been back that I felt was like a hot verse or nothing, some real hot Mase shit. So if you're just gonna come back with some lackluster, mediocre shit, then what's the point other than you're just trying to get a check and and then you got other rappers out here who are just trying to exploit your fan base, and milk it for whatever they can milk it for, probably steal whatever fans you got left away from you, and then, and then send you on your way,
Gotcha.
So come with some hot shit, Mase. Like change my mind. Like change people's minds. Like that's all you can do is come with some real hot. But it gotta be. See, hip hop knows when you faking, man. We know, man.
Right.
We know this is a very like. You get exposed like in different kind of ways. Like you can get exposed easily. Just like they say, the camera tells the truth a lot. Like when you act and it can tell your thoughts. Like we know, man, when you're being genuine, and in hip hop rewards, most of the time it rewards the genuine shit. It's only recently that they're rewarding the fake shit, and that's probably why he feels like he can come back.